The building is on fire and everybody's trying to take as much as possible from it. And at some point, it's going to be late in the game. I can tell you that recently, over the last week, I lost this thing called Fable 5. And it was like losing a very valuable member of my team. And that happened because the model went from 4.8 Claude to 5, Fable 5, and the government was afraid. This is the true story. The power of this technology is such that the government ordered Anthropic, the owner of Claude, to shut it down. 72 hours after Claude Fable 5 was launched, it was shut down because the government did not want it out there. That is how powerful it was. So I went crazy using it for 3 days. Crazy. My first dashboards, like, it was unreal. And then it got downgraded because we lost Fable 5 to 4.8. 4.8 is amazing, but let me tell you something. Not better than Codex. Not better than Codex. Codex was actually released as GPT 5.5, this particular GPT, and it's out of this world insane. So whatever apps you can do, whatever like websites you want to build, whatever strategies you want to roll out, I recommend that you try them both. I have them both actively all day long. Now, if you want to integrate Gmail, I have them integrated on both. And I have them work on my computer on both. And I have a setup in which I have 3 computers here, and they're all working and they're all in communication because I want to have 1,000 things. The building is on fire and everybody's trying to take as much as possible from it. And at some point, it's going to be late in the game. Just like at some point, Facebook was late in the game. Just like at some point, Amazon was late in the game. It's going to be late in the AI game. And I'm not kidding, it's gonna be faster. Like, I had a 5-year Facebook ads window to crush it and dominate. You don't have a 5-year window with AI, you don't. You have a 6-month window at most to really plant your flags and get more production than anybody else out there combined, 1,000 times more. Case in point, I have a brand new brand. It's brand new, it's called Better Dog Supplements by Cesar Millan. I integrated a tool. It's called Ranked.ai. It costs peanuts, and it's meant for the new era of SEO. The new era. It's a new era, make no mistake. Gemini is going to be your search engine, and the links are not important anymore. The ranking on Google is not the same. It changed. As of 2 weeks ago, it's over. It's not important anymore. People are gonna find you through AI search. But to the point, if you search for natural dog supplements, AI is going to talk to you for a little bit about us. But the point is that we have a new brand. And despite having a new brand, I am now able to be visible very closely in the search results without having too much effort because of the era of AI. I am visible now in the first few pages, right here, page number 3 already. I'm now ranked in the 3rd page for a brand that we just launched in the last few months. So you want to talk about like the practicality of it? It doesn't get more practical than this. And this is part of the opportunity. Now, did I just get lucky? You have to get things done. You have to optimize for AI. You got to get content machine rolling. You got to get all these things in place because the next 6 months are going to be crucial. And why am I even here talking to you? Because I love doing this and I love talking, sharing some of my value, and I really enjoy it. I debated whether I should just stay quiet and build an empire and just go to an ivory tower somewhere and not let anybody interrupt me while I build empires. No, but I decided to jump in and share some of these things with you. So use the plugins, use the data analytics, use the computer use, start getting your feet wet. If you don't understand something, don't email me. Ask ChatGPT, ask AI, get Codex, get Claude, use all these things to get you rolling and set up. On the Claude, there is a little bit of a different way to set up the plugins. You go to settings over here and you go to profile, and then you'll have the options there to like connect connections and and plugins and all these things that you want to do to like actually get the tool to become valuable to you, and start testing them both out.
Oh my God, guys, do you get this? Do you get this? What is happening?
Last week, we published a video on something called MCP servers, Model Context Protocol. But it's a very, very vital part of my success recently in scaling advertising and getting some of these things rolling. And a lot of the data that I'm acquiring for being able to take actionable steps. And you should also watch that video. It shows you how to implement MCP connections. The future of all these technologies is going to be everything in one single place, and you access all of it in here. You're gonna access ClickUp, Slack, your Go High Level, your CRMs, your Excel, your Google, your Gmail. All of it is gonna be one place. And there's this thing called an MCP, which is a Model Context Protocol that brings everything into it. And you can communicate from one place. As long as you set this up one time and you set it up correctly and it's operating on a computer that you always have on, if you want to have Codex work for you or Claude code work for you, the computer has to be on all the time. Otherwise, it stops working. So something for you to keep in mind, when I leave my house or when I leave my office, if I want to keep on working on Claude, there's this thing called dispatch. You can see it right here, dispatch. And I can continue conversations on my phone using dispatch. And I can go from my Claude to Claude on my computer so it can continue working. If you don't use dispatch or ChatGPT Codex on your phone, you're not gonna be able to keep on working and keeping it going, which sometimes every couple of minutes, you have to allow it to continue doing its work and select allow or deny or whatever it is that makes you feel comfortable. You can also use Claude and Codex to help you do that research. There was a video that I saw, which was about half an hour long. Half an hour in today's world is very, very important. It's a lot of money for me. I went to YouTube on the desktop, and then I went to Gemini, and I said, can you please give me the entire transcript of this video? Because I know it's full of great stuff, and I just don't want to sit down and watch the whole thing right now. It gave me the whole video transcript, and then Gemini did directly, no additional tools. I copied and pasted that into ChatGPT, and I said, give me a summary of all the takeaways. You know what I do, you know who I am, you know what my brands are. Tell me exactly how I can implement this on my brands right now. And then it gave me an entire summary, and then I took that and I gave an email, and I said, help me draft an email for my team so they can actually help me implement all these things with action steps and projects and programs. And you see, what would have taken me maybe 4 hours to do, it takes me 5 minutes to do. You're buying yourself the most important thing that you have, your most important asset, your time. If you have more time, you can accomplish more, right? Because if your competition has the same amount of hours in the day as you have, then they can actually outwork you. But if you can actually make those hours 5 times more effective, it's gonna be hard to beat you. I'm not an AI expert, I'm an opportunity expert. That's my obsession. That's what it's all about. I'm obsessed with the opportunity, and you should be as well, all right? See you guys.